developed sulkiness. Get out here. Even Radharani says, this black things, black persons, black creatures, unreliable. Unreliable. I have no reliance on them. You understand? And the black bumblebee comes, get out here. You black person, unreliable person. Why are you coming here? The bumblebee thinks the face of Radharani as a lotus. So comes to the face, get out here. Then when she drives that bumblebee with her hand, then this hand, palm is all looks like one lotus, sits there. Oh, the shameless bumblebee is not going. You black creatures unreliable, get out here. Such sulkiness. They are Sakhis, you see. Lalita, Vishaka, they tried their best to break such sulkiness. But Radha was so strong, you see. It couldn't be broken. What to do? You understand? So, the Sakhis held and Krishna became like this, became jokey. You see? And begged that Bhikya, man Bhikya. And this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written, Krishna became so mad, you see. He spends the whole night in the courtyard of Radharani, do you understand? And behind that berry tree, there is a berry tree, Badari Bhukya, in the courtyard of Radharani. And Krishna spends the whole night behind that berry tree because the mother-in-law of Radharani, Jatila, Kutila, her sister-in-law, Kutila, they are always chastising Krishna. You understand? Out of the fear. So Krishna was standing behind that berry tree and spending the whole night to see the face of Radharani, to hear some voice of Radharani. It's not a madness. You understand? Then Krishna comes in the form of what is it? Wife of a barber. This alta, red stuff, alta, liquid stuff, putting on the feet, you see. Yesterday you saw. In the form of in this guise, you see. Guise of the wife of a barber, Napituni, we say, Napituni. Oh, please come. I'll put such nice altar, red altar I have come. I have brought and I'll put it. That way, let me touch the feet of Radharani, just to say this madness. And comes in the guise of that wife of a Mali, what do you say? Yes, flower maker, garland maker. You understand? We'll give nice garland, you see. Anyhow, yes. Then also comes in the guise of the wife of a washerman. It'll give your clothes, I'll wash it. Wife of a washerman. Do you understand? Razakini. It's madness. So mad after Radharani. And also, when Radharani takes her bath, you see, in Jamuna. If Radharani takes bath in upstream, then Krishna at the same time takes bath in downstream. You understand me? Upstream the flow comes, downstream, you understand? Because the kumkum and the flowers from our, what do you say? What is this? This gava? this tied up, what do you say, bride, huh? And some flowers are there. And taking bath, the kumkum and flower will float and goes to downstream. So Krishna will touch it and get some thoughts of Radharani thereby. And Radharani takes her bath in the upstream. Sometimes Krishna takes bath in downstream. You see, there is madness. It's not madness. Huh?
The yogi once cannot argue him. What
Manabhiksha. Give up that sulkiness. Because she has developed sulkiness. Abhiman, we say. I beg that one. That means break this sulkiness. break it. Man.
So when Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's also appearing as
Yes, that's Alankar is there. Upama Alankar, Jogi. Yes. Jogi is there. You'll find also in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Upama Alankar is there. That is mentioned there. Yes. Jogi is mentioned there. Yes. Anyhow, you read Bengali, then you can understand it well. Right? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Swami has said, and Prabhupada Maharaja has said, that to understand this, read this Chaitanya Charitamrita and understands, one should read Bengali. Otherwise you cannot relish it. Yes.
He came to distribute premna. Then he said,
came to deliver this Mahabharata.
but he said in Chaitanya Charitamrita, I have come as a salesman with all this fruit of prema. No, nobody wants it. All right, I'll settle for less price.
Yeah.
So
Because Mahabharata say, Prakashananda Saraswati said that. Huh? সন্ন্যাসী নাম মাত্র বড় ইন্দ্রজালী কাশীপুরে না বিকাব তার ভাবকালী is by name only sannyasi, but he is a magician.
his magic have no customers.
That his magic cannot be sold here. That is magic. Then Mahaprabhu heard it. His followers reported this thing. Mahaprabhu said, Bhavakali bechite Kashipura ailam, grahako na mile. I came here to sell this magic, but customers are not available. What shall I do? Fir I na bugare, so I take it back to my house. Then he said, no, bhari bojhalo ailu. Kene fir I know? I have come with a very heavy load. Very heavy load. So how can I again take it back? No. Alpa salpa mulya paile time with you.
I'll settle for less.
Yes, I'll settle for a very low price. I won't take it back.
So the same way, the other day, we were sitting at your feet, and you were saying that. No. You were sitting at your feet, and you said, "This is postgraduate study. Those students are there, therefore, but you have come, therefore, I am giving, so that I'm teaching that you'll be elevated to that. Otherwise, I have no students, I could teach this thing. How can I keep it? I have to teach it."
I have to give it, yes.
My point is this, that the same way Mahaprabhu said, all right, I'll settle for less. The same way you are saying, I'll settle for less.
Yes. Anyhow, what to do? These students are with me.
Yes.
Anyhow, these students are with me.
So you're giving it not for the real price.
Who can pay the price for this thing? There is no price for it.
Like
It is priceless.
Like Nityananda says, Shraddha Mulya
শ্রদ্ধা মূল্যে
Shudhanam Paramananda.
শ্রদ্ধা মূল্যে নাম দিতেছে রে নিতাই নাম এনেছে ব্রজ থেকে, জীবের দশা মলিন দেখে, শ্রদ্ধা মূলে নাম, only price is শ্রদ্ধা, faith, no price, no other price, শ্রদ্ধা মূলে, yes, that is the only price.
No, for mercy or so, will you settle for something else?
That's nothing, no settlement, nothing else. It's only one thing, that is, it is humility and what is a Shraddha.
Well, we have no humility, no shraddha. You have to settle for less. No humility is there, no shraddha is there, then still you
Yes,
have this,
simplicity, yes, simplicity.
still you have this big reservoir of mercy that
You see,
you are
simplicity.
withholding.
No, simplicity. No, simplicity. Humility, simplicity.
You'll settle for this.
That is the only thing required. Nothing else, yes. A good businessman, bargainer, is bargaining.
From my standpoint, no qualification is there whatsoever. But still I am wanting. Still I am greedy for it.
Yes,
And
that's
no qualification is there.
all right.
So,
Greed must be there.
therefore,
Yes, if you have greed, then you can get.
therefore I have developed this bargaining
Because
attitude.
if you are hungry, then you must eagerly.
By hook or by crook, I want to get.
You have to get.
Beg, steal or borrow. Next question is, this prema was stolen by Krishna.
That rasa.
That rasa prema was stolen by Krishna in the heart of Radharani.
Yes.
Any way to steal mercy?
Yes, because he is very expert stealer.
Any way any hint you can give how to steal that mercy?
Okay, if you are such expert stealer, you can steal. You can enter. He enters into the heart of Radharani. You understand? He enters into the heart of Radharani. That's Rupa Goswami. All Goswamis has written like that. They have explained how he enters, how it is, and how he gives. It's all mentioned. মুকুন্দানন্দ চক্রবর্তী প্রেমী কৃষ্ণ দাস, মুকুন্দানন্দ চক্রবর্তী আচার্য গোসাইর শিষ্য চক্রবর্তী শিবানন্দ, আচার্য গোসাইর শিষ্য নিরবধি তার চিতে চৈতন্য নিত্যানন্দ, নিরবধি আর যত বৃন্দাবনে বৈশে ভক্ত গণ, শেষ লীলা শুনিতে সবা হইল মন, শেষ লীলা মোরে আজ্ঞা করিলা সবে করুণা করিয়া, মোরে আজ্ঞা করিলা সবার বলে লিখি নির্লজ হইয়া, তা সবার শ্রী রূপের সঙ্গী চৈতন্য চরিত্রে হো অতি বড় রঙ্গী। শ্রী যাদবাচার্য গোসাই, a constant associate of Srila Rupa Goswami, was also very enthusiastic in hearing and chanting about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Pandita Gosai Rasishya Bhugarbha Gosai, Gaura Katha Vinar Mukhe Anya Nai. Bhugarbha Gosai a disciple of Pandit Gosai, was always engaged in topics regarding Lord Chaitanya, knowing nothing else. Tar Shishya Govinda Pujaka Chaitanya Das, Mukunda Ananda Chakravarti Premi Krishna Das. Among his disciples were Chaitanya Das, who was a priest of the Govinda deity, as well as Mukunda Ananda Chakravarti and the great devotee Krishna Das. Acharya Gosai Shishya Chakravarti Shivananda Niravadi Tar Chitte Chaitanya Nityananda. Among the disciples of Anantacharya was Shivananda Chakravarti, in whose heart dwelt constantly Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Arjata Vrindavane Vaisya Bhaktagana Shesalila Sunite Savar Hoilamanam. In Vrindavan there were also many other great devotees, all of whom desired to hear the last pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. More ajna karila sabe karuna kariya, ta sabar bole likhi nillo jaya. By their mercy, all these devotees ordered me to write of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because of their order only, although I am shameless, I have attempted to write this Chaitanya Charitamrita, purport by Srila Prabhupada. To write about the transcendental pastimes of Supreme Personality Godhead is not an ordinary endeavor. Unless one is empowered by the higher authorities or advanced devotees, one cannot write transcendental literature, for all such literature must be above suspicion, and in other words, must have none of the defects of conditioned souls, namely mistakes, illusions, cheating, and imperfect sense perceptions. The words of Krishna and the disciplic succession that carries the orders of Krishna are actually authoritative. To be empowered to write transcendental literature is a privilege in which a writer can take great pride. As humble Vaishnava, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, being thus empowered, felt very much ashamed that it was he who was to narrate the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Swami could write such literature. You understand? This transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nectarian. Transcendental, nectarian pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How could he write? Here, Srila Prabhupada says, to write about the transcendental pastimes of Supreme Personal Godhead is not an ordinary endeavor. Unless one is empowered by the higher authorities or advanced devotees, one cannot write transcendental literature, for all such literature must be above suspicion, or in other words, must have none of the defects of conditioned souls, namely mistake, illusion, cheating, and imperfect perceptions. You understand? So he says here that this intimate, dear devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna ordered him. He says, one after another, so many devotees. Jadavacharya Goswami, constant associate of Srila Rupa Goswami, who was also very enthusiastic in hearing and chanting about Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Then Bhubaneswar Goswami, a disciple of Pandit Goswami, was always engaged in topics regarding Chaitanya, knowing nothing else. Among his disciples were Chaitanya Das, who was a priest of Govinda deity, as well as Mukundananda Chakravarti and the great devotee Krishna Das. Among the disciples of Anantacharya was Shivananda Chakravarti, in whose heart dwelt constantly Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. In Vrindavan, there are also many other great devotees. All of them desired to hear the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. So they all, More Ajna Karila. He says, all these devotees, dear devotees of Sri Chaitanya, Krishna, they ordered me to write. So by their mercy, all these devotees ordered me to write the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because of their order only, although I am shameless, I have attempted to write this Chaitanya Charitamrita. Why shameless? Why say shameless? Nirlaja. He says, I am nirlaja, shameless. तान सवार बोले लिखी निर्लज हो यहाँ. Is a निर्लज. I am shameless. Is a shameless? What shameless? Huh? Why say such thing? He wrote such literature, nectarian, transcendental nectarian literature, pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Prema Purushottama, the topics related to that pure love, based on pure love. Not an easy affair. Nobody can produce such literature. He says it's not an ordinary endeavor unless one is empowered. So Chaitanya says, Kaviraj Goswami became empowered. So many dear devotees ordered him, that is their mercy. So he became empowered. Vaishnava Kripa is Sarvasiddhi. If you get a Kripa, mercy of a Vaishnava, then you'll achieve all sorts of perfection, otherwise you cannot achieve. You understand? Krishna Kripa, Krishna's mercy comes through a Vaishnava, dear devotee. Krishna यदि कृपा करें कोनो भाग्यवान गुरु अंतर्यामी रूपे सिखाया. Krishna showers his mercy unto a fortunate soul. So he appears before him as Guru and teaches him. That is Krishna Kripa. Guru. Through Guru, Sadhu Guru, Vaishnava, Krishna's mercy comes. So all these Vaishnavas, intimate devotees of Krishna, and all earth, Kaviraj Goswami got mercy and became empowered. You understand? He became empowered, he says. Unless one is empowered by the higher authorities, advanced devotees, one cannot write such transcendental literature. Because this literature is free from these four defects. You understand? Mistakes, illusion, cheating, and imperfect sense perception. Arjya Vigya Vakya nahi, those are sophisticated. Those are Arjya Vigya. Huh? Can't you understand? Arjya Vigya. Arjya, not an Arjya. Huh? Purified person, purified consciousness, liberated soul, and Vigya, sufficient in Bhakti Tattva. In his words, there are no defects. These four defects are not there. These mistakes, illusion, cheating, and imperfect sense. So such a literature is free from these four defects. So this is the mercy of these Vaishnavas, sadhus, dear devotees of Krishna. This is the only thing required. Otherwise, a person cannot produce such literature. And such a Kaviraj Goswami wrote such literature, this Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he was very, very old. His hands and legs were trembling, you see, at that time. But he became empowered so he could write. That's symbolized. This is the humble nature. As a humble Vaishnava, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, being thus empowered, felt very much ashamed that it was he who was to narrate the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That was ashamed. His humble nature. No pride at all. You understand? Dambhadarpo abhimana parusya. This pride, conceit. You understand? These are demoniac nature. The demons are very proud. You understand? Duplicitous persons. You understand? They have conceit, all this. In Bhagavad Gita, I will find this thing. The demoniac qualities, nature. So a Vaishnava is not a demon. Is a Vaishnava, a Bhakta. He is really humble. He always thinks that all are Vaishnavas but me. Jive Swarupa hoy Krishna Nitya Das. That is real identity of a Jiva. Jiva means in real identity a Vaishnava. Isn't it? Jiva means a Vaishnava. Jivatma means a Vaishnava. A real identity. Jiva Swarup hoy Krishna Nitya Das. Is eternal servant of Krishna. So is Vaishnava. So, Vaishnava, this Kaviraj Goswami, Vaishnava like Kaviraj Goswami always thinks, is so humble. He thinks like that. All are Vaishnavas. You understand? Better and more elevated Vaishnavas. But me, except me. I'm the lowest of the low. You understand? If a list will be prepared, chronological list, my name will come at the last. Nobody, no name will be there under me. I am the last man. That is the attitude. Shunadapi sunichi. Tarori vasai sunna. Amanina manadena kirtanya sudahari. Mahaprabhu's teaching. One should be much humbler than a blade of grass on the street. As tolerant as a tree. One should be as tolerant as a tree. And amani manada, one should not demand respect, rather give respect to one and all. Do you understand? How will it be possible? If someone is very proud, develops pride, he cannot do this thing. He cannot give respect to one and all, he will demand respect. Do you understand? And he cannot be tolerant also. He is not humble at all. These are Vaishnavas. Then Kirtaniya Sadahari. Then you can do Hari Kirtan. Otherwise you cannot do Hari Kirtan. You have no right at all. You understand? If you can develop such attitude. Not artificially. Natural. It will be natural attitude. Natural this thing will develop. Do you understand? That is, this is Hari Kirtan. Otherwise, one cannot do Kirtan at all. Premanam, or to speak of Premanama Sankirtan, you cannot do Kirtan at all. Then what to speak of Premanama Sankirtan? Kirtan with prem, with love. How will it be possible? A demon cannot do such thing. He is so proud, he is not humble at all. So, Kaviraj Goswami says, I am shameless. He's shameless, nirlaja, humble. And especially this Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Srimad Mahaprabhu's pastimes are all nectarian, based on pure love. Because Mahaprabhu came to give that love. Atyanta niguda prema parivare dana sikhaya saranagati bhagatir pran. Isn't it? Mahaprabhu came to teach you saranagati. How you can surrender. Sarvadharman paritijya mamikum saranam. Krishna says this thing. Last thing he said. Mamikum, just surrender unto me, unto lotus feet of Krishna. This is the only thing required. Last thing. Latest. Then previous ones are cancelled. Then last thing comes. Supreme Court's order comes. Then lower court's orders are cancelled. Isn't it? The last thing says, Sarvadharman priti jamami kumsanam praja. Giving up all of the rights of religion, just surrender unto me. Then previous ones are cancelled. How can one surrender? One can say this thing. One may say this thing. But to practice surrender, or to be really surrendered, is not an easy affair. Because it is based on love. Braja prema. You understand? It is based on love. Braja prema. You know, Braja Bhumi, the residents of Braja Bhumi, inhabitants of Braja Bhumi. Dasa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. You understand? Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Huh? 4. Chari Bhava Bhakti Dhyan Achama Bhuvan. In Mahaprabhu's teachings, there is no question of Santarasa. He has discarded Santarasa. The 5 Mukhya Rasas, the chief rasas are there. Santa, Dasya, Vatsalya, Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. He discarded Santa because in Santarasa there is no question of love at all. You understand? No question of love. Huh? What is there in Santa? Huh? Janta Cruz Prabhu, bolo. What is there in Santarasa? Huh? Yes? Neutrality, yes. Yes. Santar Swabhav Krishne Mamata Gandha Hina. Param Brahma Paramatma Gyan Pravina. Is Gyan Pravina. Is based on Gyan, not Prema. Param Brahma Paramatma, they say. Those who are Santa Bhakta, Santa Rasa, huh? Bhaktas of Santa Rasa, they only speak of Param Brahma Paramatma. They never speak Krishna. Do you understand? They are Gyan Pravina. They are based on, their bhakti is mixed with Gyan. Do you understand? Mixed bhakti. Gyan Pravina. Krishna Mamata Gandhayana. They have no love for Krishna. Do you understand me? Therefore, Mahaprabhu discarded Santa. The Chari Bhava Bhakti Dhyana Bhuvan. I'll go and give Brother Prema. Do you understand? It's 4 rasas, mainly based on 4 rasas. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya and Madhura. And I'll make the whole world dance. You understand? So it is said here. This is question of prema. Unless there is prema, there is no question of surrender at all. Saranagati. So Mahaprabhu came. Mahaprabhu is Krishna and soul, but he thought, I have only said this theoretically to surrender. Theoretically I said, but the people of Kali Yuga cannot understand this thing and cannot practice this thing. You understand? Example is better than precept. I have not demonstrated practically how to surrender. So I must go again to teach this thing. You understand? How to surrender. So unless I practice, how can I teach? You understand? He is Krishna. How Krishna will be surrendered to anybody? Everybody should surrender unto Krishna. How Krishna will surrender to anybody? You understand? So how can I teach? Only the devotees are surrendered. So unless I accept Bhakta Bhav, how can I teach the process of surrender? Do you understand? So Bhakta Bhavangikar. So this is Prema, Prema Bhakti, Braja Prema. The residents of Braj Bhumi are surrendered souls and they have developed Prema, love, their love towards Krishna. They are completely surrendered. Here it says, Braja Prema Bhakti Sutra. This is the thread, a rope of Prema. Prema Bhakti Sutra, this rope. And Krishna becomes bound up with that rope, the rope of love. You understand? That rope, one end of that rope is always attached, firmly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. And the other end comes here to this material world. Other end comes here to this material world for the conditioned souls. Those who are very dear devotees, intimate devotees, premi bhaktas of Krishna, they descend here with the other end. Here. You understand? Yes. And their mercy, if they cast their merciful vision on some conditioned soul, then that end will go to that conditioned soul. Otherwise, how a conditioned soul go and approach the lotus feet of Krishna? You understand? How he will be attached to it unless he is bound up with that rope? You understand? Do you understand me? That rope is Prema Bhakti Sutra, Braja Prema Bhakti Sutra. Sutra means rope or thread, you may say. One end is bound up, firmly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. On the other end, Krishna throws to this world because Krishna is so merciful. Srudam Sarvabhutanam is the only well-wishing friend of all living entities. Though conditioned soul has forgotten, Krishna has not forgotten. So he makes such arrangement. So he orders by the direction, by the will of Krishna, his dear devotees, his associates, most intimate associates, they come here, descend here, holding the other end of that rope in this material world. This is the mercy towards the conditioned souls. Mahajana, mercy. Sadhu Guru's mercy. Adosadarasi Prabhu Patito Uddhar. Isn't it? We are discussing. Adosadarasi Prabhu Patito Uddhar. Sir, Vaishnava. Adosadarasi. More merciful than Krishna. More merciful than Gauranga. Nityananda is more merciful than Gauranga. Manifestation of Nityananda Ram is Guru. Sadhu Guru Vaishnava. More merciful. They descend here, holding the other end of that rope. Otherwise, how a conditioned soul will be bound up with that rope and attached and linked up with the Krishna? That is the tattva here. In other words, you may say, pure love is the cause to get Krishna. Otherwise, nobody can get Krishna. Prema Bhakti. Yes, Prema Bhakti. Bhakti rane revinu ayati, bhakti revinu prapayati. Bhakti reva bhuyasi, bhakti vaso madhava. Veda says this thing. No other way is there, no other means is there to get Krishna. It is only Prema Bhakti, Vimala Bhakti, pure Bhakti. Avidyagrasto, anadi bahirmukho. From time immemorial he has forgotten Krishna. Is completely covered up with avidya. Ignorance. Avidya, you understand? Ignorance. This conditioned soul. You understand? He has been suffering here. Lakhs and lakhs of lives. He has been afflicted with 3 tapas here. Adhyatmika, adhidaivika, adhibhautika. How can he approach Krishna? How can he be bound up with that rope of love? Do you understand? Unless he gets the mercy of such intimate, dear devotees of Krishna. It's only their mercy, nothing else. You understand? Is there any other means? Brahmanda bhamite kon bhagyavana jiva Guru Krishna krupate pai bhakti lata. This krupa only. Only mercy, Guru Krishna Kripa. Huh? Is there anything else? If such soul gets such Kripa, is Bhagyavan. Is Bhagyavan Jiva, is a fortunate soul. That he gets Kripa. The unfortunate soul cannot get. Huh? Brahmanda Bhamite Kun Bhagyavan Jiva. Guru Krishna Kripa Deva is the Kripa. This word is very significant. Kripa. Mercy. By the mercy of Guru Krishna, he gets such bija, bhakti lata bija, the seed of bhakti creeper. You understand? That is say. So we have these two types, bhakti, Vaidhi bhakti, Raga bhakti. Vaidhi, Raga bhakti. Vaidhi bhakti, Raga bhakti. Do you understand? First is Vaidhi. You understand? What do you say, Vaidhi? According to rules, regulation, Vidhi, sadhana bhakti. Do you understand? That is Vaidhi. Vidhi moy. This Vaidhi stage, Vaidhi is sadhana stara. Sadhana. Sadhana bhakti, we say sadhana bhakti, you have to do sadhana. That is under guidance of a bona fide guru. You should do sadhana, bhakti sadhana. Strictly follow the rules, regulations, regulative principles. Do you understand? Under the guidance of a bona fide guru. The guru who is manifestation of Nityananda Ram. Ram and Balaram. The Balaram has his plow. Plow is meant for cultivation. Do you understand? Karsana. Do you understand? Karsana. In Sanskrit we say karsana. And flute is meant for akarsana, attraction. Karsana, akarsana. This is Krishna, Balaram. Combined. Two are standing with plow and flute. And first is karsana. First is this Balarama's plow. First thing. Cultivate the land properly. Do you understand? The land is the heart. Krudokshetra. Do you understand me? The Balaram's plow will cultivate this land. His heart filled. And properly cultivated. Should be properly cultivated. That means barren land will become fertile. This land is barren. Conditioned soul's heart. You understand? Embodied soul. Heart is barren. A rocky field. It's rocky. It's rock. It's hard. Stony. Unless the plow of Balaram cultivates properly, how it will become fertile, how the seed will germinate, bhakti creeper. No possibility at all. First is Karsana. Therefore, first is Vaidhi. You understand? First stage is Vaidhi, Vidhi Bhakti, Vaidhi Bhakti. Then this seed will germinate. When the land becomes fertile, the seed will germinate. Then, under the guidance of Guru, take care of it. Sadhan, bhajan, shravan, kirtan. Jale karo iseshan. Regular watering needed, that is shravan, kirtan. Hearing and chanting. Regular. Strong fence will be there. So many things. The Rupa Sikkha, that is there. Then you will go to the other stage, that is Raga Bhakti. When you will be elevated to that stage, Raga Bhakti stage, then Krishna's flute will attract you. Do you understand? Akarsana. Or in other words, you will be attracted towards Krishna. Otherwise, you cannot be attracted towards Krishna. First is Karsana, next is Akarsana. So plow and flute. Do you understand me? So Krishna Balaram.
This attraction of richly or ascension?
Is asakti. Yes, attachment. Asakti. Higher than the Ruchi, yes. No. Ruchi, just beginning, abhas. Abhas stage. Do you understand? So it says, other name of Raga Bhakti is Prema Bhakti. And which is the base, which is the platform of that Prema Bhakti. What platform develops? What is the base of that Prema Bhakti? Huh? Is Vaikuntha? Is Ajodhya? Is Mathura or Dwaraka? Huh? It is Brajavana. Do you understand? It's Brajavana. Brajbhumi is the platform, place. Do you understand? Where this Prema Bhakti is there. And in Braja Bhakti, you'll find these four main mellows. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhura. That's. Therefore, Mahaprabhu says, Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. Juga Dharma Pravartamu Nama Sankirtan Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachamu Bhuvan. Do you understand? Krishna desires, develops such desire. I shall go again. Do you understand? I have only said theoretically how to surrender, but I have not taught how to surrender. How the people of Kali Yuga can understand this thing. Unless practical demonstration is there, they cannot. I have to go again. So he came again. That Krishna came again as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he says this thing, Juga Dharma Pravartama Nama Sankirtana Chari Bhava Bhakti Diya Nachanguvan. I'll make the whole world dance with this Chari Bhava Bhakti. Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Because in these four types of bhaktis, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, prem is there. In Santa, there is no question of prem. Do you understand? So, in Mahaprabhu's bhakti tattva, the Santa is discarded. There are four mellows. And Nam Sankirtan, this Nam Sankirtan, because he gives prem through Nam, chanting of holy name, this Nam Sankirtan is known as Prema Nama Sankirtana. Do you understand? This is the name of this Sankirtana is Prema Nama Sankirtana, not mere name. It's Prema Nama. Do you understand me? Dumb? Are you dumb? Deaf? Huh? You understood? Huh? What is that in English? You can't understand.
The difference between Nam Sankirtan and Prem Nam Sankirtan?
Yes. Nam Sankirtan and Prem Nam Sankirtan. Yes. When there is question of Prem Nam Sankirtan, it is spontaneous, it is natural.
It's not Vaidhi.
Yes, it's not Vaidhi. It's natural, it's spontaneous. Do you understand? And comes from the core of the heart, from the well-cultivated land. Do you understand? After well-cultivation, proper cultivation, Balaram's plow has cultivated properly, then is now a real platform now. This prem is there, bhav is there. Then Krishna's flute you can hear and natural attraction there, akarsa. That's Premanam Sankirtan. That Mahaprabhu Sankirtan, Premanam Sankirtan. That is said. It's Premanam Sankirtan. तार मध्य सर्वश्रेष्ठ नाम संकीर्तन अचिरात मिले भाई कृष्ण प्रेमदान. Kaviraj Goswami writes in this way, isn't it? Huh? Yes, this is known Premanam Sankirtan. With prem, Sankirtan is done with prem, not artificiality. You understand? It's with prem. And Gauranga Mahaprabhu has done that Premanam Sankirtan. And he is the father of that Sankirtan. Sankirtan Eka Janaka. Isn't it? He is the father of that Sankirtan. Premanam Sankirtan is Gauranga. And two things are there, prema and nama. Huh? Prema and nama. Combined together is prema nama. You understand? Hmm? And what is the relationship between these two? Prema and nama. Father and son. Do you understand? Father and son. Huh? What is the relationship? Father takes care of the son, of the child, maintains. Do you understand? The father is the maintainer and he is maintained. This is the relationship. Posya posaka. In Sanskrit you say. Maintainer and maintained. Do you understand me? Posya posaka. In Sanskrit. You should understand Sanskrit. This is very high philosophy. It's not an easy thing. Do you understand, Jayanta Group? This is Vaishnava philosophy, Mahaprabhu's philosophy, Goswami's philosophy. Pusya posaka samanda, prema and nama. Huh? Maintainer and maintained. Father and son. Father is the maintainer, son is maintained. Pusya posaka. So this prema and nama, that relationship. Maintainer and maintained. Maintainer is prema, maintained nama. Do you understand? Pusya posaka samandha. And it's interrelated. Interrelated. Do you understand? If there is prema, automatically the name comes out, pure name. Do you understand? And in other way also, other way, if you put in the other way, reverse way, then by Nama Sankirtan, prema is manifested. Do you understand? This is what we say, prema Nama Sankirtana. So we utter this sloka written by whom? Rupa Goswami. Anarpita taring sirat karunaya vatinna kalau samarpayitunnata jalarasang so bhakti sriyam. Isn't it? We utter. Bhakti sriyam, bhakti sri. You understand? Sri, no, Sri. This is very significant word. Bhakti Sri. Bhakti Sri means confidential asset. It's confidential asset, that is Sri. Sri means only confidential asset. Ekabhakta sugupta sampada dhana of Sri Krishna Bhakti. That is prema. You understand? That is prema. Also, therefore, Mahaprabhu says, Ama bina anya nare braja prema jite. Because that braja prema bhakti, sutra, that rope of that braja prema bhakti is constantly attached, firmly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. So how can any other but Krishna can give such prema? Because this rope, this thread is constantly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. So without Krishna, anybody can give, any avatar can give. No. Therefore, Krishna says, Ama bina anya nare braja prema. Nobody but me can give braja prema. Because that braja prema bhakti sutra is attached to the lotus feet of Krishna only. Neither Ram can give, neither Nrsimha can give, or Bhaman can give. Do you understand me? Any avatar cannot give. Only Krishna can give. Therefore he says, so he came as Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, assuming Bhakta Bhav, accepting Bhakta Bhav to give it. Do you understand? Does pray. Then question is there. Krishna then, you can understand, only Krishna can give this prem. Is Premadata, because that Braja Prema Sutra, Bhakti Sutra is from firmly attached to the lotus feet of Krishna, isn't it? Only Krishna can give, nobody else. And Krishna says that, isn't it? Then question is, when only Krishna can give this prem, then what is the necessity of Krishna to come as Goura? He cannot give, he could have given such thing when he had appeared here as Krishna. Why he didn't give? And why he again came as Goura to give it? This is the question. Do you understand my question? Can you answer? Yes. Yeah. 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 Huh? Yes, yes, that will come. That is the conclusion. But question is, why Krishna? Only when Krishna is the only giver of such prem, nobody else can give such prem, and that Braja Prema Bhakti Sutra is firmly attached to the lotus feet of only Krishna, not to other avatar, anything. So what is the necessity of Krishna coming as Gaura?
Also, one aspect is that he is giving. One aspect that is also really greedy. You said he has got this lobha to test himself.
That he developed such greed. He had three desires. So he became Gaura. That is why he became Gaura. But point is different here. This point is different here in this question. That means Krishna is Premika, Rasaraja. He is the reservoir of all rasas, mellows. And he is also Premika, he is lover. Do you understand? He is the lover, Premika. And have you gone through this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? It comes here. Then this prema or priti has Vishaya and Ashraya. Two things are there. When this question of prema comes, priti comes, love comes, this is not one-sided. It is reciprocal, two sides is there. One is Vishaya, other is Ashraya. Do you understand me? This is a Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. There is alambana. Vishaya alambana, Ashraya alambana. Thai bhava, sansari, vyabhichari, so many things are there. This is a Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Very subtle points, typical things. Do you understand? Because it's such a science. This Prema Bhakti Tattva is such a science. Do you understand? So one thing you should understand, two things are required. Vishaya and Ashraya. Because love, when the question of love comes, priti comes, this is that there must be two things. Otherwise not one-sided or one-handed. It's two sides. It has two sides. One is Vishaya side, another is Ashraya side. Do you understand? Vishaya side and Ashraya side. Otherwise there is no question of prema at all. And Krishna is Vishaya, not Ashraya. Do you understand me? Vishwa Vigraha. Krishna is Vishwa Vigraha. is not Ashraya Vigraha. Devotees are Ashraya Vigraha. Do you understand me? Typical this word, there is no English, I don't know. That may be my disqualification. Yes, subject, object, what you say. I don't know what is real English. So it's a Vishaya Ashraya.
Ashraya is sheltered, reservoir.
Visha Vigraha, Ashraya Vigraha. Do you know? These words you should understand.
One is the repository of love.
Yes. One is what? Lover and beloved. What do you say? Krishna is lover. Premika. Then other one? Object. So subject, object. What you say like that? Huh? Isn't it in English? I don't know. But don't know what is this real English.
Krishna is the one who loves, and
He is to be loved, yes. It's reciprocal. It's reciprocal. Krishna is Vishaya. Devotees are Ashraya. Do you understand? Krishna is the Vishaya and Vishaya of that prema or priti, and devotees are the Ashraya of that prema or priti. Do you understand? So this is reciprocal. So it's a Vishaya lambana, Ashraya lambana. So those who are dear devotees, they are Ashraya lambana, and Krishna is Vishaya lambana of prema bhakti, and their devotees are the Ashraya lambana of prema bhakti. So this prema bhakti is manifested accordingly with the devotees according to their mellows. As for example, Sudama and Subala, they are Sakha, friends. So the Vishwadatiya prema of Krishna manifests in Sudama and Subala as Vishrama Sakya. Do you understand? Sakya Bhav, friendship. Vishrama Sakya. Sakya has two types, Vishrama Sakya and Sambrama Sakya. Do you understand? These two divisions. In Vaikuntha, you'll find 2.5 rasas out of 5. That is Dasya and Santa, Dasya and half Sakya. Do you understand? In Vaikuntha, you find 2.5 rasas. Santa, Dasya and half Sakya. That is Sambrama Sakya. Sakya, friendship with awe and reverence. You understand? But in this Brajabhumi, this Sakya is Vishrama Sakya. There is no awe and reverence. Sudama and Subala, they climb up the shoulder of Krishna. Do you understand me? Because there is prema, love, which is not there. That's Sakya, that's he says. So that Vishwadatiya prema, when Krishna is the Vishaya of prema, that Vishwadatiya prema manifests with Sudama and Subala as Vishrama Sakya in Ashraya prema. Similarly, with Nanda and Yasoda, it takes the form of Vatsalya prema. You understand? And with Srimati Radharani, it takes a form of Madhurya rasa, Madhurya prema. But prema is everywhere. Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya and Madhurya. Do you understand? But according to the alambana, it is manifested. Yes. Yes, Krishna is Vishaya. and bhaktas are Ashraya.
Krishna is loving.
Both reciprocal.
According to what you said, one is more than the other. One can be the Vishaya, one can be the Ashraya. Just one is more. One.
Devotees are Ashraya. Prema are Ashraya. Do you understand? Krishna is not Ashraya, Krishna is Vishaya. When Krishna wants to give prema, unless he becomes Ashraya, he cannot give. Do you understand me? Therefore, he came as Gour. That question, I am going to answer that question. My question, what is my question? This is very important question and very confidential thing, not an easy thing. Because only Krishna says, Ama bina anya nare brajaprem, only I can give brajaprem, nobody else can give. Do you understand? So question is, when Krishna only can give, why Krishna came as Gauranga? What is the necessity? This is the answer. Because Krishna is the Vishaya of prema. He is not Ashraya. The devotees are Ashraya. Those who are Ashraya, only they can give because they are practicing it in their life. And they are binding Krishna through that rope in their heart. Do you understand? So, Krishna accepted Bhakta Bhav. That Krishna says that thing. Apani karibu bhakta bhava angikare, apani achari dharma sikamu sabare. I will go and accept bhakta bhav and practice it in my life, then I will teach and give it. Otherwise I practice, otherwise I accept this bhav, I cannot give it. Though he is the prema or Vishaya. So he accepted Bhakta Bhav. That means though he is Vishaya, he became Ashraya. He became Ashraya. And he practiced himself in his life. This is bhakti, surrender, process of surrender and taught. This is the answer to this question. When he was appearing, he had appeared here as Krishna in his own Swarupa. Though he is the Vishaya Prem, he didn't give or he cannot give. He couldn't give. Only he said theoretically, Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. Giving up all variety, just surrender. Only theoretically said. Then he thought, oh no, I said only theoretically. These people cannot understand and practice it. I have to go again to teach it. How can I teach unless I practice? Huh? I am Supreme Lord, I am Krishna, I am the Vishaya of Prem, I am not Ashraya. How can I teach unless I become Ashraya? So he accepted Bhakta Bhav, becomes Ashraya, then teaches. The question of teaching comes. So we say this thing. When this question of Premanama Sankirtan comes, unless one has prema, how can it do Premanama Sankirtan? And how can it teach prema? How can it give prema? So, Goswamis have said like this, those who are devoid of prema, who are devoid of prema, they cannot teach this Premanama Sankirtana. So they should not accept disciples. They say. He said that thing. Bhajanina shishya kariva, acharanhina premana nirarthak. They will only cheat you. Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, all Goswamis have said. Very confidential tattva. Do you understand? Do you understand now?
Yeah.
And why Krishna came as Bhakta? Why he is Vishaya? Why he came as Ashraya? Because to teach this thing. Unless one practices in his life, how can he teach? How can he give? That is the answer.
He can give without teaching.
No, cannot. So this is very, very important and confidential thing here. Very deep and subtle purpose is here.
Must be taught.
Yes. This is the answer to this question. This is most important and very confidential question. Apane achori dharma sikamu, he says. I will practice and teach. Unless I practice, I cannot teach. It will be empty words. It will never be effective. Yes, that is the answer. So, Krishna is Vishaya, is the Vishaya of that prema, but to practice and for teaching, he accepted Bhakta Bhav and became Ashraya of that prema. Vishaya became Ashraya. Otherwise he cannot teach, and of course the teaching is there. And it will never be effective at all. Do you understand? Huh? Do you understand it clearly or not?
Still trying to find the Vishaya and Ashraya.
I understand it like this.
Ah,
Krishna is having loving affairs with his devotees,
ah,
and he's enjoying in rasa.
ah.
But to teach Vaidhi Bhakti
Mm.
and Prem Bhakti,
Mm.
he can't do that because he's engaged in this rasa.
Ah.
So to teach, he has to give that up and take the form of devotee.
Devotee.
He practices it himself and then can teach him.
Both of them, you see, both of them are testing. Test is there, enjoyment is there, but Bhakta's part is more.
Krishna doesn't stand on any legs, does he?
No.
He just get up for Mangalati.
When you say Vishaya, Vishaya means he is a giver. He's the one who gives. It comes from him, and the other one is receiving. Vishaya, the Ashraya receives,
Yes.
and Vishaya gives.
Yeah. But that is question of reciprocation and the enjoyment. Testing is the enjoyment is better enjoyment. Bhakta's enjoyment is better. Yes. Ashraya's enjoyment is better than Vishaya's enjoyment.
But the Vishaya is the one who comes from. This comes from him.
Yes. It comes from him, but his enjoyment is not as good as Ashraya's enjoyment.
Another understanding I was perceiving was that Krishna is perceiving himself within the devotee.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Krishna's reciprocating,
Yes.
and they're the Ashraya. To me, a shelter means that they're the abode of love for Krishna.
Yes.
He's just perceiving himself within there.
Yes, he perceiving himself in that Suddha Satprema Darpana. The heart of the devotee, pure devotee, is a crystal clear mirror. Krishna sees himself there. Yes, that is what.
That's what he's getting. But
Yes.
they're not
No.
getting. They're getting
Mm.
something else.
Yes. Yes. Krishna sees himself. Therefore, the enjoyment, this is reciprocal. Both are enjoying. Vishaya and Ashraya both are enjoying, but the enjoyment of Ashraya is greater enjoyment. And therefore it says, Ekoli Radhika Aswade Sokoli. Because Radharani is the topmost of all devotees. Radharani is a devotee. Do you understand? Sukadeva Goswami writes that thing in Bhagavata. He never mentioned the name of Radha. He doesn't mention. He doesn't mention the name of Radha in Bhagavata. What he writes? Anaya Radhito is Radha. Anaya Radhito. You understand? Who does the best type of worship Krishna took him away from Rasa area. The best type of worship. That is Radharani is the topmost of all bhaktas. So therefore, Kaviraj Goswami says, Ekali Radhika Aswade Sakali. When this question of aswad or taste is comes, releasement is come, and only Radharani releases the most. Do you understand, Jayantakru? The releasement is there, both sides. Asra side and Vishaya side. Do you understand? But the releasement of Asra is better than the releasement of Vishaya. And Radharani's releasement is the best. So, Krishna is thinking of all these things. Then he took up this decision that now I will take up, I will accept Bhakta Bhav. You understand? And practice bhakti. Myself, I will practice bhakti in my life and teach. Then he says, then he thinks, when there are these four type of bhaktas, dasya, sakhya, vatsalya, madhurya, then the mood of which bhakta shall I accept? Then next question he thinks. Then he thinks the mood of madhurya bhakta I shall accept, because there is everything. There is dasya, there is sakhya, there is vatsalya, everything in madhurya. So he accepted the mood of Radharani. Do you understand me? This is the question, this is the answer. And then something more is said. If you have bhakti, then there is question of bhakta bhav. Huh? If there is bhakti, then there is bhakta bhav. Huh? When there are four divisions in bhakta bhav, so accordingly bhakti is there, dasya bhakti, sakhya bhakti, vatsalya bhakti, and madhurya bhakti. Do you understand? And by the mercy of Guru, this bhakti dhana is achieved. The asset of bhakti is achieved by the mercy of Guru. Then Guru has his Guru, that Guru has his Guru, that has his Guru. And now Krishna becomes Ashraya, becomes a bhakta now, then who is the Guru of Krishna then? Do you understand me? Huh? Do you understand me? Jantakrud? Why didn't you finish writing? Unless you hear, how can you understand? Yes? The Guru teaches bhakti. The Guru practices bhakti in his life. Isn't it? So he teaches. Guru is the Ashraya of prema. Isn't it? Ashraya. Ashrayalambana. So he teaches. The Guru has his Guru, Guru has his Guru, Guru has his Guru. Isn't it? Let's go up. Then one last topmost Guru is there. Who is that topmost Guru? Do you understand? Then Krishna has become Ashraya. Krishna has become Bhakta now. Do you understand? And practicing bhakti. Then who is the Guru of Krishna in that respect? That is what? You understand? Yes. Radharani is the Guru, yes. Charam Guru, the Adi Guru, and the topmost Guru. And she is in possession of that great storehouse of that prema. When question of prema bhakti comes. So she is known as Ladini Sakti. Ladini Sakti, pleasure potency. So from that storehouse, the prema flows. Prema bhakti prabaha. The flow of prema bhakti comes from that store. Do you understand? The store is with Radharani, prema bhandara. Do you understand? So when Krishna is a student of prema bhakti now, the guru is Radharani. That Krishna says, Kaviraj Goswami has written, Radha prema guru ami sisya nato, soda ami nana nritya nachay udvata. Do you understand? In these loving affairs, in this prema bhakti, Radharani is my guru. I am his disciple. Do you understand? Radha prema guru. Ami sisya, disciple, nato. That means the guru makes the disciple dance according to his tune. Similarly, Radharani is my guru in these loving affairs. Because she is the possessor of this storehouse of that Ladin, Prema Bhundar, storehouse of Prema. Because she is Ladini Sakti, pleasure potency. Then the flow of Prema Bhakti comes from her. Do you understand? Jantakrut. The flow comes from her because the store is there. So now Krishna is going to teach Prem Bhakti. So without Guru, how can he teach it? So Guru is Radharani. Radha Prema Guru, Ami Sisya Nata. He says, Radharani is my Guru in this Prem Bhakti affair, and I am his Sisya, his disciple. I am her disciple. Nata, she is making me dance according to her tune. I am dancing. As Guru makes the disciple dance according to his tune. Do you understand? He says that. And Varsabhanavi is Murta Vigraha, is the embodiment of that prema. Varsabhanavi is Radharani, daughter of Vrishabhanu. Vrishabhanu, father of Radharani. So Radharani is known as Varsabhanavi. Do you understand? The Radharani is the embodiment of that Ladini Sakti. Embodiment of Ladini Sakti, Radharani. And the ultimate or culmination of that Ladini Sakti, that bhava is Mahabhava, known as Mahabhava. Do you understand? Mahabhava. And so, Prema Bhakti Mandakini. The source of Prema Bhakti Mandakini Ganges. Prema Bhakti is a flow. A flow is coming like Ganges flow of Ganges. The Prema Bhakti, flow of Prema Bhakti comes from Radharani. She is the source. Therefore, Krishna decided, now I have to assume the mood of Radharani. Do you understand? He decided that thing. Then what to do? Because the store is with her. Unless I have the store, how can I give? Kutuki rasastomam hutva. Rupa Goswami has said this thing. So he is very expert in stealing, so he stole that store from Radharani. That was secure, confidentially, secure there in the heart of Radharani. That store is there. So he entered into the heart of Radharani and stole it. So it became Gour. It became Gour. Radhika Prema Guru, Ami Sisyanata, Sodami Nante Nacha. Radha Bhavangi Kari Sadhilena, Nijavansa, Gauranga, Srihari. That Kaviraj Goswami has written like this. Radha Bhavangi Kari Sadhilena, Nijavansa, Gauranga, Srihari. Assuming Radha Bhav, Gauranga, Srihari fulfilled his desires. You understand? 3 desires. It's very difficult to express this thing in English. I find difficulty. My language is called language.
Difficulties
This is a very difficult task. Chaitanya Charitamrita means postgraduate study. It's postgraduate study. It's Prema Tattva, Priti Tattva is here. You understand? Then you have to know this. Goswamis, they have taught all these things. Very subtle, very confidential and subtle tattva. Never easy. Confidential questions are there. The answer is there. So it comes up. When I speak all this comes up to me. What shall I do? I cannot check myself. You have come. Anyhow, when you have come, when it comes to me, so I want to give you, because unless I give, it will never increase. More I give, increase more. Anything material you give, it will be reduced. Spiritually give, it will be increased, develop.
Krishna stole from her.
Yes,
When I think of stealing, I think somebody is losing. How can she lose?
no, not losing. Losing. It's reciprocation, you see. Question of reciprocation. It is not anything material. There's no question of loss at all.
Is Radharani feeling that she is the same as Krishna?
Therefore, Gauranga is the combination of Radha and Krishna. It's combination. Radha Krishna Milita Tanu. Combined together. Gauranga means what? Radha and Krishna combined it together. One body. There is one body.
I'm trying to understand the purpose of this statement that Krishna steals.
Yes.
I'm smart, material intelligence.
Yes. Cannot think of this. You can think of this thing. Inconceivable. Mhm.
But if it appears that
Yes.
this is like a disciple and guru relationship,
Mm.
but the
Yes. Yeah.
I'm trying to understand from the position of a disciple.
Yeah.
This, the mercy practically has to be stolen.
That's no question of stolen. That's question of mercy.
Mercy.
Guru gives. You cannot steal it. It's dana. Guru's gift. Merciful gift.
Then, why is it said that Krishna has to steal in that way? Why
Because
is it not a merciful gift to Krishna? That question is good.
because Krishna thinks, if I beg, Radharani will never give me. So beg, borrow, or steal. Huh?